Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that triple dog dares you to hang upside down from the monkey bars. No take-backs, no erases.
What are you saying?
Yeah, right? I never understood it either too much as a kid. What does no erases mean in kid lingo?
It's indelible.
Oh, yes.
You can't break your oath.
I see. Oh, that makes sense. Well, now that we've solved that mystery, Kate, first I want to ask you about recess itself, and then we can talk about the show Recess.
Okay.
So, what are your memories of recess at school?
All right, you're going to hate me. Sometimes at recess, I would just read books.
Okay, like library books from school?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Where did you sit to do this?
On a picnic table, usually.
Were there other little nerdy reader kids with you?
No.
You were the only one?
I was the only one.
Were there other readers anywhere to be found?
Do you think there were any other readers?
Yeah, like under a tree?
Nope.
So you were the one and only.
Yep.
Wow.
One time at recess, because it was so windy, I blew over. I did play at recess, actually.
Like what?
I used to have this friend group game where we would play on the jungle gym, and I realized later that it was just the plot of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Didn't we talk about this
on
the podcast before?
I think we did. So we did that. I liked the swings. And remember when they started that thing to make children active, where you would just walk around the playground, and I guess like each lap was like an eighth of a mile or something, and if you did enough laps, you would like earn some.
Do you remember what they gave you?
Shoelace tokens.
It's called a toe token, which sounds kind of like a toe tag
nice.
you give to someone who's dead, but it was a little foot with a hole in it that you could thread it onto your shoelaces. Yeah. And some kids, the real walking kids, would like rack up, an entire shoe's
run.
worth. Did you earn any?
No, I think I earned like one because I like to read.
Couldn't you read while walking slowly? I guess that's ill-advised.
And then I'm trying to think. Third grade, me and my friend Michael would walk around and talk about how much we wanted to go to Hogwarts. So that was great. And then I'm still waiting on my letter, and I know Michael is too. And then I think in like 5th grade, I tried to organize like a class pageant where we would rehearse during recess. But nobody really wanted to do that.
You personally tried to start a class pageant?
Yeah.
And it didn't work out?
No.
Did you do a one-woman show instead?
No.
Oh.
I had like 3 kids who would all try to rehearse with me.
Oh, what was going to be the content of the
There
pageant?
was no content.
Oh, you didn't get
we
that far?
We didn't get past the part where we all had conflicting ideas. And then it was just a bunch of people popping up from the bench going, papa. So I don't know.
But then you split up.
Yeah.
It's like the Beatles.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Wow.
And that was the end of recess, because then we didn't have recess after 5th grade, so that was it.
We could all use some recess.
Yeah, maybe. What do you remember about recess?
I wasn't quite as lame as you. I didn't like to read books. I wish I had. It sounds like you've instilled yourself with a great lifelong habit of reading.
I'm a really good reader.
But I was somewhere in between. I like to run around and play. We had different freeze tag games. And things like that. But then once we all got a little older, when you're in early middle school or late elementary school, everybody wanted to play two-hand touch football, which you know me, Kate. I'm just not built for.
You're just not built for not built for contact.
Yeah, I hated that. I was always so bummed once everybody sort of aged into wanting to play organized sports during recess because it just wasn't my thing.
Well, it must have been difficult with your
much
glass bones.
This just wasn't good. But yeah, I like being out there. I really like the swings too. I was a big swing fan, but it was hard because there were only so many swings.
True.
You'd have to wait your turn. But yeah, that's it. I did that walk around the track thing, or it wasn't the track because we were in elementary school. It was the asphalt. I'd walk around there and get some toe tokens. Not too many. I wasn't fast enough because I was also quite overweight at some points of my childhood.
Just huffing and puffing,
so
trundling around the blacktop.
A little bit. But what always impressed me, so there was that sort of jungle gym monkey bar thing. Mm-hmm. There were kids who would hang upside down. They'd hook their legs over it.
Oh yeah, I used to do that.
You did that?
Yeah.
Amazing. Maybe I was just too fat, but it always scared, it scared the daylights out of me. I always was kind of wanted to do it, but I was like, I'm going to fall and crack my skull. I don't know why it was allowed.
What I really remember fondly about recess, we had a lunch monitor / recess monitor.
Yeah.
Her name was Miss Y. Shout out to anyone who went to school with us about Miss Y. She looked like she was made of Corinthian leather. But she had a heart of gold. She was the nicest lady, but she looked so scary.
Why would you name her and then say...
Miss W. We're going to call her Miss W.
Oh my god. No, we'll leave it in.
But like she was, she just was an older lady. She probably didn't have any, she probably didn't have a job anymore. This was her retirement gig.
Yeah, sure.
She was like the nicest lady, but I remember all of us being like, oh my gosh, she must be so scary. And then she was so sweet and kind.
Look, you learned a lesson.
She did some disco dancing with us, not gonna lie. During our disco obsession phase.
Dear God. We still haven't, this is a long-running theme on this podcast. We haven't gotten to the bottom of why there is such a disco craze in like...
graders love disco.
1999.
Do today's fourth graders like disco?
It's a good question. Any fourth graders out there listening?
There are no fourth graders.
Anybody who is parent to a fourth
there
grader listening, does your fourth grader love disco? Anyway, let's get to the real topic of today's show. Kate, you've mentioned in the past you've seen this. Tell me what you know about the TV show, also called... Recess.
I remember it's a ragtag bunch of kids, and they just do stuff at recess.
How did you happen upon this if you weren't really a TV watcher?
Well, I think there was a point at which my parents just gave up, and they were like, you know what, kids, Saturday morning cartoons exist.
Okay, so once a week is okay.
I probably was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, this adds up, as you'll see when this ran.
And I remember like ravenously looking forward to Saturday morning cartoons. But like we only got like a 1 hour block, and you had to pick your hour.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's brutal.
You had to pick your hour.
Wow, this is like when prisoners are allowed to like exercise in the yard for 1 hour.
My life was not a prison, guys.
So, Kate, Recess was created by Paul Germain and Joe. This last name is brutal. And Solaberry. It's very long.
Solaberry.
They're listed just though as Paul and Joe. They don't use their last names when you see it. Paul Germain, though, was one of the 3 creators of Rugrats alongside Arlene Klasky and Gabor Cupo.
But it's not Germain, Gabor, and Cupo.
Correct. He wasn't part of their studio, no. But he was one of the co-creators of Rugrats, and then Joe A. was a story editor on the first 65 episodes of Rugrats. So they were Rugrats veterans, which is interesting. I did not know that prior to researching this. We're going to have to see if there's a lot of Rugrats DNA in Recess, which I'm sure there will be. It aired on Disney's One Saturday Morning block, which was on ABC. And it aired originally from August 31st, 1997 to November 5th, 2001. They made 6 seasons, 127 episodes, 1 theatrical film, and 3 direct-to-video films.
Wow.
And like you said, it's about a bunch of kids at recess, plus it in the school day as well. It's not just recess. We're going to watch Season 1, Episode 17, The Box, and Season 2, Episode 11, The Substitute. And why is this good? What do you remember about it being good? Anything?
I don't. I think I just was so excited that I could mainline animated television into my eyeballs.
I see.
That I think I would have watched anything.
Fair.
I think I vaguely remember I liked it for the same reason that I like shows now, is that it's relatable. It's just kids doing stuff.
What I remember about thinking it was alright, not my favorite show, I was way more of a diehard Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network fan, that even I, as a weird little contrarian kid, scoffed a little bit at this, was like, oh, this isn't as good as those shows.
What a punk.
I felt that way about pretty much all the Saturday morning shows. I thought that they paled in comparison. But what I remember thinking that was okay about it is the sort of weird narrative of them at recess includes that they formed societies. It kind of has a Lord of the Flies thing going on, and governments and stuff. There's this funny
Lord of the Flies.
kid-run element of recess, just so kids can watch and say yeah, recess is the one time of the school day where we're not being directly led by adults. So kids are, what would the craziest extent of that be?
Okay.
So let's watch.
Let's watch.
TJ Detweiler, I might have known you'd be the first to test my new punishment. 10 minutes in the box.
TJ's going to the box. TJ's getting the box. The Finster's box. TJ. 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 TJ.
Have your little fun while you can, Mr. Detweiler, because you're not coming out for 10 minutes. As for the rest of you, stay away. Anybody gets within 30 yards of this thing and you'll get detention for a week.
Oh, man.
Come, Brandel, let's leave Mr. Detweiler alone with his thoughts.
What an everyman this TJ Detweiler is. Oh my god, who's your little minion?
I don't know his name, but he's like a little suck-up kid who she deputizes, basically.
All right, so their recess monitor has built like some kind of punishment to destroy children. So I acted like that Gretchen child, but I was built like, what's her name?
Spinelli.
Yeah, she's so small.
She's going to psychologically break them all.
See, these kids are just punks. They should really just listen to the rules. I'm just saying.
Yeah, TJ Detweiler's holding on to a tetherball being spun around. That seems dangerous. Probably does deserve some minor correction.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
It's an ad for another show. Yeah, sorry, Kim Possible just started running across the bottom of the screen.
This is you during social distancing.
What?
He's just like out of things to do. It's been a minute.
Hey, do you think they had an anti-mass incarceration message in mind with this episode or not?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's that deep.
But I like to view it through that lens.
Oh my god.
Is this like a PTSD
Yeah.
narrative?
He saw ravioli and it gave him a horrible flashback to the box. Any square food.
I don't care what you choose for your project. I just want it done well. On Friday, you'll make a formal presentation to me and your peers. That gives you 4 days to get the job done. Until then, I'll be available to help anyone with a question. Does anyone have a question? Yes?
May we begin now?
You'd better.
Dear God. Their teacher. What's her name?
Miss Croaky?
Miss Grunke?
I don't know.
I don't know. She's got her Birkenstocks on. She's not shaving her legs.
She's talking about homeopathic cures for bunions. Yeah, they have like a crunchy teacher.
All right, so they're all planning these horrible things they're going to do to substitutes.
Classic.
What was your life like as a substitute teacher?
Well, I definitely had some classes like this. I had a wild elementary school class once, and one of the students wrote me a formal letter of apology unprompted for their behavior. And they weren't like that bad, but they weren't great. Usually wasn't too bad, though.
Oh no, so they've all been expecting a woman, right?
A pushover woman.
So they have now this substitute. His name is Mr. E, and it's basically Fox Mulder from the X-Files.
He's like catching paper balls being thrown at him with his back turned. I wish I was this kind of substitute. Oh, I forgot they use the phrase whomps a lot.
What does that mean?
It's bad. This whomps, meaning this is terrible.
There's like all these strange rumors going around about this substitute teacher that he tore down the Berlin Wall by himself. Also, who makes a Berlin Wall reference in a cartoon? He can do it all.
He's giving great critiques on Mikey's poem. Oh my god, there's a kid hanging upside down from the monkey bars.
See, these kids are all having a great time with their substitute.
Mikey just
they got
read
to
his
work on their
poem.
passion
The
project.
kids are scream cheering for him. This is the most positive classroom I've ever seen.
This would be the result of like letting a classroom full of kids do a passion project. Like one kid writes a poem and one kid builds like an infinite generator.
Yeah. You know, his pedagogy's pretty good. Seems like TJ, though, could have used a little more scaffolding. That's all.
Yeah. This is the most realistic, like, third grade get well card. There's like a leaf taped to it, a poorly drawn picture. Amazing.
Everything you remembered and more?
Yeah, no, okay, so this was actually kind of fun. Here's what I liked about it. Each episode was 10 minutes long. This did not take a lot of investment in time, even though right now I have nothing but time. I appreciated the short length, which no doubt was used to sell sugary drinks to children.
Oh, for sure. They were
using the
selling you
ads.
Hugs barrel-shaped drinks in between episodes.
No, there were no commercials for Hugs barrel-shaped drinks. Those just showed up at your grandma's house.
All right, you're right. Maybe a high C commercial.
No one had to advertise Hugs because Hugs just exist. If you've ever had a Hugs barrel-shaped drink, you may be entitled to compensation once they reveal what was in them.
Oh no.
So here's what I liked about it. I liked that it was just like kids doing kid stuff. I liked that there was a right amount of kid distortion in it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It wasn't a crazy amount of kid distortion, but like when TJ had to go sit in the box and like the box became this like, it like sunk into the ground
Yeah.
and he couldn't get out. Like that's a very realistic kid distortion.
Yes.
You know, I think some shows go too far with some of the kid distortion and you're like,
Like
all right.
Rugrats,
Yeah.
which is all about babies
Yeah.
daydreaming crazy scenarios.
I like that it's just like a ragtag crew of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was fun. It was like a little treat.
Fair. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'll admit it. How would you rank this compared to Rugrats?
I would say
Personally.
I like it better than Rugrats.
Because it is in many ways, you know, related to Rugrats with those
Yeah.
creators. All right, fair. I wouldn't go that far. I'm gonna be on Team Rugrats here, but I think
That's
the
because
characters.
you are a Rugrat.
True. I think the characters on this are okay, but I don't know, maybe just because Rugrats aired longer, I don't know, I think the characters are a little stronger on Rugrats. This is good, though. I enjoyed this. I'll admit it, for a Saturday morning show, it was pretty aight. All right, tell us what you are nostalgic about. We'll watch it.
Or tell us about your favorite recess memory.
That, too. You can send us a voicemail with either of those by clicking on the link in the description of this episode on whatever app you are listening to it through. You can send us an email, notstalgia@aol.com, or you can visit our website, www.notstalgia.org, to find our social media links. You can contact us through those or follow us there, and find all our past episodes.
Cool.
Hope this episode didn't womp.
Monday morning, wake up time, get to work and stand in line. What would make her feel real fine? One Saturday morning. Coming up next is Tuesday's grind. The week is young, but I'm out of my mind. What would make her feel real fine? One Saturday morning. Wednesday, Thursday, jammed in the middle. Once again, make the pose a riddle. Watch tongue be loose, but plays like a fiddle. One Saturday morning. Friday has an exit sign, but gets to the left, it'll take some time. What would make her feel real fine? One Saturday morning.
Illuminating television.